You can totally see that we have been played against each other, and it doesn't start. It doesn't have a start and stop destination. It then becomes, look what your wife done. Look at what your children have done. Look at these people. You know, what I'm saying is, look, anything that has to do with divisiveness and it's aiding, divide, and conquer, and I'm saying it is a divide and conquer for ideology.
Right.
I think it's problematic.
My biggest thing was when I was, you know, talking to people and looking up and trying to watch these videos or whatnot, was I was always given the litmus test of divide and conquer. The way you can tell, the way you approach any ideology in any school of thought is, does it help us advance, or does it help us be divided? If it brings us together, then it's worthy of investigation. If it separates us, it's worthy of being shunned. And so I'm like, you know, you can say some things, and I'll never, like, I always end up in this situation where I'm like, look, I'm not saying that there aren't things that some people from outside of the US who are melanated just like us, there are some people with some terrible attitudes, but there are some people amongst us in the US with terrible attitudes. And so I'm like for me, kind of sort of like coming up in hip hop, there was this, the North versus the South, and the North can't stand the South, and the South can't stand the North. Y'all ain't like us. Y'all don't dress like us. Y'all don't talk like us. Y'all music, y'all ain't even the same kind of hip hop. Y'all ain't real hip hop. All this back and forth. And it was, you know, and so I'm just like, again, the litmus test. Are we coming together, or are we separating more and more? If we're separating more and more, something has to be done to stop the separation. And then we need to find out, why are we being separated? So, you know, even in hip hop, when Tupac and Biggie, that whole situation, later on, it came out that the industry giants, the magazines and the record labels and all these other behind the scenes hands, and some people started finding out the government had a hand in it, and this, that, and the other. Okay, well, lesson learned. It's a shame that two brothers had to lose their lives over it, and even more. But lesson learned, you're either working to be united or you're working to be divided. Once you see the division setting in, you got to ask yourself, who's really behind it? And so,
and you can't act like you don't see the divisiveness. You understand? The name calling, the backbiting, and all these other things.
Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. The proper perspective. So much controversy and a lot of deception. You don't know who's coming through with the light and reflection, and whose mouth is mumbling, trick knowledge deceptive. Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So